welcome back to the Don't Make This Weird podcast. I am your host, trying to go through and juggle 15 million different things. Let's get the other camera here while I shut off sound and roll this up and do that. Then I can get the other co-host here. There we go.
Hello.
All right. Can y'all hear me? Hey, Bagheads in chat says, hello, weirdos.
Hello.
How
How's it
goes
going?
Good Lord. Let's get these links shared out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had to turn my volume down and oh goodness. Goodness. How is everybody doing tonight? Glad that you're joining in with us, hanging out here on Strange Friends Media.
Yeah.
But it's the Don't Make This Weird show.
Don't make this weird. Speaking of weird, Brandon's still there.
Yeah, he's still there. He's hanging out.
There.
He's in chat.
He's in chat, yes. Are you joining us tonight, Brandon?
Nope.
That's not what I meant. Anyways, whatever. Okay. So yeah. Welcome, weirdos, because this is what we do. Wow, you look really good tonight. Can I say that?
Oh, I thank you. No.
I mean, the background is popping with your purple headphones and like your hair. Like, I'm digging that. It almost looks like it's part of the background there. Your headphones and stuff.
My little mushroom, like they're dancing in the background.
Your dancing mushroom.
Yeah. I stopped actually to GameStop.
Oh, really?
We're not sponsored, by the way. And I picked up a little camera like right before the show. Got out of work a little bit later, which is not unusual. And
here, I'm gonna put you on the big screen because we're gonna go to how your week was.
Hopefully this sounds a little bit better. I know that at home I have to get some stuff on the wall because it's a lot of emptiness sounding because there's nothing really in that room yet. So that's something I got to work on when I get back. However, I am live from the hotel studio this week. Oh, I can't hear you.
I said, yay, hotel studios.
Yeah, well, I'm here for another, I don't even know how many days. 4 days, 5 days, something like that. So
that's some pretty intense training.
Yeah, I'm doing a 9-day stretch.
Oh.
Well, it's probably going to end up being an 8-day stretch of training because, as you guys know, well, maybe you don't know, I actually had to pack up my 2 cats and bring them along with me because I did not have anybody to watch them. So they are here with me in the hotel, and I have to check out at 11 on the 27th while they scheduled me 8 o'clock in the morning until 5:45. Well, that's just not going to work. I can't leave my cats in the vehicle for the whole day. So,
right.
So yeah, so just trying to figure that out. Yeah, so after I get done with that training, it's like another, I don't know. I'm not even sure what's going to happen after this as far as if I'm done. I'm learning a lot here. So,
right.
So yeah. So anyway, that's a little bit of my week, I suppose.
Well, continue on. How what's the rest of your week consisted of?
That's pretty much the biggest part of it is I'm in Big Rapids actually by Ferris State University, not too far down the road from it. Learning at one of the marshals here, training there, and it's been an interesting week because the store is similar to the one back in Caro. It's a micro store just like Caro is. So, and they are a training store, and I think that they should honestly implement more of these smaller stores as training stores, because you have a little bit more time to be able to spend with your trainees and stuff. So that's been a very interesting thing. As you guys know, I went for like a week of training prior to this, and so on the last day of my training, I ended up driving back. Well, I stayed the night and then I drove back from here, which is a little bit over like 3 hours and like 10 minutes, 7 minutes, something like that. And of course, you have stops in between. So then I went back to the house and I picked up my cousin and I like sat down and was like, dude, I just need a minute. I need to breathe for a second. And
Right.
I ended up driving the other like almost 3.5 hours or so because it was back to Cass City.
Yeah.
So after that I stopped at your place and was like, okay, I'm crashing here for the night, dude, because that's a lot of driving today.
It is. That is.
Then I got to hang out with you guys a little bit and fill up my bucket, and I got to see you and a couple other people.
Yeah.
Looking forward to coming back again here after training. I'm going to come visit for a little bit. But we worked on a little bit of music.
Yes,
also.
we did. That was fun.
I was super rusty. Long drive, all that stuff, plus a lot of talking that day, so my voice was pretty shot. My ears are shot. I think a lot of the issue too is like there's a lot of freaking hills around here, and my ears get plugged up pretty easy as well. So a lot of different things got to work on with that, but we did have a lot of fun putting a different spin on a song that's kind of an old classic.
That was really fun. Not gonna lie, when you're like, hey, I want to do this song, and I went, all right, well, what are you thinking here? And then it just kind of spilled out all over the studio. We were working on it. I was like, this could be cool. We probably need to perform this at some point.
Yes. So we've talked about that a little bit, and we've obviously written music together before and all that kind of stuff. So we worked on that for a little while. I have a recording on my phone. We haven't quite recorded it in studio.
Yeah.
But I've been kind of playing around with it a little bit more in between time while driving, actually singing it a little bit more, but it might be something that we will do for the 300th episode. It might be like some of those, I don't want to say like lost tapes or whatever, but how like for more content,
the B-sides
for our channel, like the B-sides, for our channel and stuff, because I think those kinds of things might be something that some of our viewers and listeners might want to see, different things like that.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely. And if you guys want to see that, throw it up in comments, throw it up in the chat.
Yeah, different things that you might be interested in seeing, with us. But yeah, it's been an interesting week for sure. Just trying to roll with the punches of everything. It's different because yes, I got my bucket filled while I was there. But on the other side of this, I've uprooted and am still trying to find my footing here, well, in Alpena,
right,
and figure things out. And it's just, it's a little bit tough sometimes. I'll be honest with you. It's hard to be away from my support system, even though you guys are amazing at keeping in touch with me and telling me, how you feel and, that you're missing me and stuff like that, which is really appreciated. But if, at the end of the day, if I'm being honest, like it is super lonely right now. I work a lot of hours. Like I work so many hours, and that's pretty much what my life is right now.
Yeah.
Is just doing the grind and trying to figure that out, because signing on as this position that I've taken, it's 10-hour days.
Yeah.
And that's not including the little bit of driving that I do too, or the amount of time that I get up to get ready before work and things like that. Am I thankful? Yeah, absolutely. But I'm looking forward to getting back after doing this training and finding my balance so I can continue to do the things that my soul needs and that I love to do. So,
well, and it's
but anyway,
funny.
that's,
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, that's just kind of like how my week's been.
Gotcha. Well, and it's funny you talk about the grind and everything that we have done through the course of the 6 years of just doing the show. That's not including all the day jobs that we've done outside of all of this. And to grind that, to put, money in your bank account, to pay your bills and have it be gone shortly thereafter. But then to do this grind.
Right.
Because some days it's not fun. We jump on here and we have, different levels of energy, but you guys always engage with us, and I think it's great. But in the same token, it's still a grind.
Right.
I mean, we just celebrated some pretty awesome milestones because of you guys showing us just how either important or not important we are, depending on which side of the coin you look at that. I'd like to think that we're pretty important to you guys because you keep coming back. So we
You do.
appreciate that. But no, it's pretty freaking cool because you actually brought up and you're like, hey, we're one away from 100 on Twitch.
That wasn't me. That was
Who was
Brandon,
it?
actually.
Oh, that was Brandon. Sorry. Sorry,
Yeah,
Brandon.
yeah.
Please don't flush me.
Nope.
But yeah, we're 100 subscribers away on Twitch, and
Wow.
that's pretty crazy that we're one away from that. Like,
Yeah,
it just
I
kind
mean,
of grew by itself.
it's interesting. You know, we hit that one more,
Yeah,
and we move up to the next level of Twitch, which is really cool.
yeah.
You know, it's been interesting trying to get up that hill, so to speak, and
Running up
and
that
where we're
hill.
at now, running up that hill. You know, it's different. Like, it's surreal when I stop and I think about everything because, underlying there's so many things and so many moving parts right now, way past this.
There
But
is.
at the end of the day, do I sacrifice doing these things and putting it all in just for the job that I'm learning, the career that I'm doing? I for my soul, I can't.
Right.
Honestly, like I just can't. Am I putting it all in? Yes. When I am at work, I'm on it. One of the best parts about my job and being in customer service is that I do get to meet new people, that I do get to interact with people.
Yes.
And bringing joy into someone's life that didn't know you before that is a totally different feeling. Just having a conversation that you didn't know you were going to have with a stranger, but that's just the kind of thing that's really what my position is a lot of the times. So
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, we got lots of people talking in chat.
Oh yeah, we got Pipe Dream Marina says hi all louders on
Hi.
Twitch. He said, but if you aren't on the show, get stuck talking to only Tony. Yeah, that tracks. And then Baghead says, howdy, y'all. And we got a bunch of other people in YouTube land. Brandon says, hey, weirdos. And Music and MTG says hello. So there's that. But no, I completely agree with you. When it comes to matters of what's good for your soul and filling your bucket, you have to grind both. You have to do both. You got to pay bills. You got to live. You got to do the 9 to 5 and still do this because, some days it's the greatest thing on earth to be able to do this. But when you're burnt and you're tired and you have zero energy, and you're like, I still want to do this because this fills my bucket. This feeds my soul. Push through.
And, today, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I worked a little bit later. I don't have the best communication like I was because, I get to work and I can't be on my phone all day, which I'd love to be able to talk to people that I love and care about. But, by the time I get to my lunch, I'm just so focused on I just need this minute to breathe that, I don't get a chance to really communicate as much either. And maybe that's why I feel so lonely, as to say, because this is a lot. It's a huge change. I'm not sorry that I did it. I have had days where, you know me, I've had buyer's remorse. Kind of like when I went in for my surgeries and stuff, like I felt that too.
Yeah.
But aside from that, like it was the right step because I can take this education, this learning, this position, and I can turn this into so many different things if I choose to.
Well, and that's the thing is when you look at all of the opportunities that we have had through the course of the years, whether it's our personal careers or whether it's some sort of a joint effort, it's literally used as a stepping stone for the next venture we get into. Like I look at when we were working with some mutual friends and they said, hey, you should come to the Vassar Farmers Market and do this, that, and the other thing. And that exploded into 20 different million opportunities for you. And you had a great success at doing that. I was just like, holy cow. Look at you go.
And that's a good example of stopping and thinking about, I had somebody tell me, you can make money anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
But it's how much you're going to hustle to be able to make it. What are you going to do?
Exactly.
What would you accept? What kind of work would you accept to do to make that kind of, to make money? What, And I thought about that, and I was like, I used to be so worried about money up until like last year, which is kind of unbelievable because of the situation that I was in.
Right.
Like after that, and I found my place and my footing and everything, I was just like, I'm not so worried anymore. And I just was like, you know what? If I really needed to, I could jump on and do, I had that other little side job where I would go and help people in need, or like cleaning their homes and cooking or whatever they needed. I could always jump back on that if I needed to. Making my stuff, creating my stuff, that's always an option. There's all kinds of ways. And I think that was part of that, was just letting go on that part too.
And you've
now
made
here
a
I am.
successful living at that. But people will be like, well, how do you know where the next thing is going to come from? And you always manage to find a way between jobs, between, venues and festivals and stuff. Like, I remember you telling me the one time, you're like, so paid for my booth fee and I made this month's rent. And I'm like, damn, look at you.
Yeah. I mean, and it's set. But if you stop and you think, because you've been there for several of these different ones.
Yeah.
When my mindset is on.
Oh yeah.
And I have that attitude of, I'm going to make this amount of money today. It happens.
Not stopping. Yeah, exactly. There's no quit. It's all good.
When I let a couple little things like get in my way and bother me.
Yep.
I don't make as much money because I don't have that clear head, and I'm not focusing on that hustle. So, that's another big part of it. And yes, is this stuff exhausting? Yeah. I work 7 to 5.
Yep.
Or 1:30 to 9:15, or no, 12.
Yep.
11. I don't even remember what time I go to work at those days. But like tomorrow I go in 11:30 to 9:30.
Oof.
That's a long day.
That's tough.
So, and that's part of this whole career change. Yeah. And I'm not sorry for it. I'm not sorry about it, because I can pay my own bills and I don't have to ask for anybody to help me.
Yep.
I have to be able to do that sometimes, but I don't want to.
Well, and
I don't.
You're a big kid now, so that's just how it works.
That's how it works. Yeah. But anyway.
Adulting.
I do see that Pipe Dream said, we understand how their work comes first. And it does. But it doesn't make it any easier some days, when I do need that extra love. I do need that, just a few comments here and there or something, to just kind of help me keep on going. Because if you think about it, living close to you guys and my circle, my people, I could see any of you at any time, really, and get hugs and have that connection.
Yes.
And here I don't know anybody, so to be like, hey, could you give me a hug? I just need one today. Like, you know what I mean? It's just awkward,
What,
not that I don't think that I wouldn't, because people respond very well to me, which is good. I'm thankful for that. But
so you're not the Marshall's creeper. Gotcha. No, well, I mean, that's one of the things that we'd start in studio with when you would come here is, hey, how you been? How's your week? And then we just hug each other.
Yeah.
Because we needed to be in the same space. That's just how it works. And then, boom, we'd click off, with some pregame for the show and, banter back and forth where this is what grinds my gears or whatever it is.
Right.
And, hey, had a banging ass week, made some fat cash, did some cool projects, met some interesting people, and then we're off to the show.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and there's been times I've come in and, prior to last year.
Yep.
That situation, I'd come in and just be fucking wrecked.
Yes.
Of just having a day and in the things that I had to like deal and face, which I don't go too much into that kind of stuff because I don't feel like I need to, but the matter's not.
Right.
The thing is that I would come in and I would be just I don't know if I can do this. Shake that shit off and say, okay, it's showtime.
Yep. The show must
And
go
just
on.
keep on moving. And it's not because I still wasn't feeling it. It's
Yeah.
not like I wasn't in my feels. But the fact of the matter is that I knew that you guys were gonna be here.
Yeah.
That you guys were gonna be hanging out. And that's the best. That's, you know, just like on Rule of Cool. When I
Yes.
get to play on Initiative Impossible, when I get to go and hang out on Jerks. You guys were there, you guys show up, and that's another form of love and self-love, actually.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
so
Well, that's what's
yeah.
been fun about this whole entire cross-platform collaboration stuff. I mean, you talked about Rule of Cool, and
Hmm.
you know, it's nerds doing nerd things, but yet, you know, it's still that pre-show, pre-game of, you know, checking in. Hey, how you been? Miss your face.
Yeah.
You know, we need to get together, do some, you know, actual FaceTime. We need
Right.
to chit chat. Hey, call me. You know, I don't give a shit. I'm at
Hmm.
work or whatever it is. We'll talk on my lunch break, or you know,
Yeah.
those types of reconnecting things, and we do that
Hmm.
with almost all of our group chats, which has been fun because
Yeah.
you know, last night we were on Jerks, and you know, Brandon was there right at the end,
Yeah, right
and
at the end.
you know, but there was you, there was me, there was Guy, there was Jay, and the banter and the shenanigans and fuckery just
Mm.
I don't think we are ever going to find the level of shenanigans and fuckery, at least the end of it, because it just it continues
No.
no matter what. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And you know, that was kind of something that we talked about last night. I don't
yes,
know if it's okay for me to go ahead and indulge a little bit in the Discord community.
yes,
So, we talked a little bit about that because Discord has been like a huge thing because of being able to connect and hang out and do a lot of the stuff that we do.
yes,
Um, and within that, you can build the community. You can have different topics. You can have different things and different you know, like memes and whatever, just whatever you want to add into your Discord. And we've talked about being able to have you know, people that join in on our videos, like hang out with us on our lives and stuff, to be able to join the Discord community and to hang out, and then, you know, give a little bit more information about our shows and the different things that we're doing in Strange Friends Media,
yeah,
which I feel is something that would be really cool to connect even further on a different level. And then, you know, as Patreon continues to grow, we do have a little bit more with that. And we talked about having some, sorry, my light keeps going out, having some interactions like after show,
yeah,
um, and making that as one of the tiers for Patreon. And I think that would be something even cooler to be able to do and hang out and whatnot. So just something that we've been kind of tossing around and trying to figure out. But I think it'd be a fantastic thing to have more people involved in the community as well.
yeah. And speaking of Patreon, we got to give a shout out to our one and only patron right now, Editor
Yes.
J. Thank you,
Thank you,
Editor
Jay.
J.
Thank you, Jay.
Loud love to you. Um,
Yeah.
we're going to be doing some really cool stuff with Patreon. Brandon is our social media guy that's helping us get all that
Mhm.
set up,
He's
and
the driving force right now for sure.
yeah, he's definitely lighting a fire under both of our asses.
Hmm.
Because that's what we asked him to do. You know, hey,
Right.
and he stepped up and challenge accepted. Like, we've got an affiliate, which I think that link is in the description.
We do have an affiliate, which is fantastic. I hope you guys are, you know, we'll go and check them out.
It's
Uh,
gemaccessories.com. If you go to the link in the description, that is our
mhm.
affiliate link. So if you click on that, we get to make what was it?
It
Was it?
doesn't, it matters not, but we get a percentage of the click.
I was gonna say 4 cents now. Is it 4 cents
Yeah,
off the
I,
click?
either way, every click, every visit does help us if you do click on that
Exactly.
link. And it's pretty cool to have our first affiliate, which is, you know, add something interesting.
And we are working towards many more because we use so many products every single day. And hey, if we
True.
can get affiliate links to that, why not? We use the products. But yeah, you guys are,
share a few of our favorite things.
these are a few of our favorite things. But yeah, you
Right.
guys are helping drive this forward and supporting us as much as you do. We appreciate that. And more people are coming underneath the Strange Friends umbrella, which has been really freaking humbling. Because they're like, yeah, because you guys are on there, we want to jump on and help expand this umbrella, which has been really freaking cool.
It's appreciated. It's appreciated.
Baghead says Baghead doesn't love anything. He's always angry. That's not true. He's happy when he's throwing rhinos and chasing
Yeah.
plastic pup.
You
And
love stuff.
that's right. Brandon says 2% of the purchase price we make. So there's that.
There you go.
So
Hey.
you guys will be donating or we'll be getting 2% of whatever you purchase. But that's cool.
Hey,
So
weirdo.
that's
Hey, weirdos, put some hearts up in this chat for Brandon. Give some hearts. Give some love. Give the hearts.
Get the hearts. 100%. That's right. Brandon says, remember, it's the Funbrella.
Umbrella.
And Pops is in chat, says, hello, Tony. Hi, Heather.
Hi, Dad. I'm a really bad daughter lately because I don't even get a chance to really talk to him much either. Like, I think about my dad. I'll let you know. Like, I do think about him. Like, I wonder how Dad's doing. I wonder how so-and-so's doing. I wonder who. Yeah.
He's chilling like a villain.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, give those hearts, you guys.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's I'm thankful for the journey that I'm on, honestly, because I am learning a lot. I am learning how to kind of do the trust fall with myself, I guess. And just figuring it out. So
running up that hill.
Yeah, absolutely. Funbrella, yes. So anyway, how was you didn't really talk much about your week. I think we should circle back.
Yours. All right, fine, we'll circle back.
Right.
Let's see here. Put that up. There we go. My week has just been crazy intense. Working my day job. My season ends at the end of October, so I'm trying to bank all the cash that I can to stockpile and get some stuff together. Get a couple bills paid off at least till the end of the year, and then restart the process after the beginning of the year. But no, it was pretty awesome. We did the podcast last week, which was so much fun. You guys showed up and showed out as you always do. Guitar Fridays, laid down some funky stuff, which you guys love doing that. I really do appreciate you guys showing up because it's still so surreal that you guys have supported that. And it's been episode, 106, 105, 106, something like that, which still is surreal to me. Didn't do chill stream because for whatever reason, as I was getting ready to do it Saturday, my Magic the MTG Arena crashed and then completely logged me out on this computer. So I can't remember my damn password, and I don't want to change it because then I'd have to change it on this computer, and yeah, I'm not happy about that. So I'm trying to remember my stupid password so I can get back in and I can do some chill stream. But see, that's all right, because right now getting my arena fix is being fulfilled, jerking it every Wednesday. But yeah, we didn't do SMD, but it was the off week, and we went out on a high note with Nate leaving and moving out of state.
Oh.
Did I get
a chance to even meet him yet?
I think you may have met him in passing, but yeah, it was we did a Wilds of Eldraine pre-release.
Nice.
And yeah, it was fun. It was so much fun. He actually took second place because Jacob took first. But yeah, you'll have to go back and watch it. So we took the week off for that. I was trying to catch up on my sleep. Almost there. Not really. Tuesday obviously was Rule of Cool. You guys showed up over there, which was so much fun. Brandon actually has the edited video up there. And it was you, me, and Mr. Guy throwing up some shenanigans and trying to make heads or tails of what happened the week before with me and Big Box Dave which was so much fun because things happened. Things happened.
Right.
And you guys got to go check that out because, yeah, Rule of Cool, Baron von Kuhn, the most legendary DM.
The most legendary, yes.
The most legendary.
Side note on that, I don't mean to cut in, but
yeah, no.
This past week, oh my god, a lot of I like our fights. Don't get me wrong, but when we actually get into the role play of it and like the monologues and shit like that, there's some good stuff in there.
There's so much good character development as we role play this stuff out. And like one of my personal favorites is Lenoris, and a very close second, but also personal favorite, pretty much any character Rudy plays. Because Rudy just kills it, literally. I love the way he plays his characters.
Yeah,
you love to hate them, or you love to love them. There's no in between. Like, I got a shark.
Oh my god, I loved that episode so much. But it's hard to believe that we've been playing for as long as we have, honestly.
It's over a year now, isn't it? It's what, a year and like 2 or 3 months? I can't remember.
It's been crazy, but so fun.
Oh god.
And the fact that we're still going.
Yeah.
And scheduling and figuring it out just blows my mind. It's fantastic because what is the number one thing that happens when you have a D&D campaign?
Yes. Everybody
so
gets
I'm
busy.
thankful for that.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is Brian's the driving force behind that, which shout out to Brian, because he said it very early on, if not I think it was game 0, where I won't do the campaign moving forward with just 2 players. It has to be 3 or more. And it's been great because lately, obviously, life happens and schedules and so on and so forth. But Brian has still come off with these amazing one-shots where he had the inspiration, but the rest of it was all him.
Right.
And we've had so much fun with, I guess, what there's side quests with these one-offs with different character development that is now canon.
Yeah.
Because the adventure went so well. It was so much fun. But that was that. I don't know. I truly had a blast playing Tuesday with you and Guy, and
for sure,
just so much good character development.
There was a lot. And our character reveals.
Yes.
We got to see that the artwork that was paid for, purchased by subscribers, people that donated. Thank you guys for that. There's so many things that we've been lucky to be able to be a part of, and that right there has been one of the biggest things that's made my heart very happy. I don't know about you, but
most definitely.
Yeah, because honestly, we've talked about this several times about looking back, and I go, I had no idea that I would be able to do half of the cool shit that I've been able to do. So I'm happy about that.
I do that every time I log on to do a show, and I see it almost seems magically sometimes that video count keeps going up, the video watch hours. And I'm not one of those people that is always on the analytics, but every once in a while I'll be like, hey, I wonder actually how we're doing. And those numbers just keep popping up, and I'm like, does this mean we're being somewhat successful with this? Because I keep seeing greens and not reds, which the last time I checked, fundamentally, green means go, red means stop. So seeing this stuff and then hearing outside of the stuff that we do, like when last night, people chiming in chat, laughing their asses off at the stupid shit we say. And then, Jay promoting our show and Strange Friends Media. And then people are like, yeah, we really like watching you guys and the stuff that you do on your guys' channel, on your guys' show. And we're like, Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that because it's to me it's still so weird
Hmm.
because I look back at the beginning and go, I don't have anything to say interesting. Who's going to listen to me?
And it weekly, people come back, people come hang out,
Yeah.
and a lot of times it's the participation in chat, the things that people say in chat,
Yeah.
comments and things that they want to talk about, like we welcome that. It's not just about us doing the show. It's about bringing them and involving them in the things that they bring up and they want to talk about too. So
Speaking of participation in chat, Louder says, Baghead plays guitar and sings while telling bad jokes. He's
let's talk a little bit about that.
the most dreaded and feared singer in the land, from what I've heard.
Yeah. I
But
mean
yeah,
that
go ahead.
new that new logo that Baghead is sporting is pretty freaking awesome.
I can actually pull that up and show you guys real quick.
Yeah,
So
share
here's
that.
the Wall of Fame, and if you notice, Baghead is all the way over to the right in the upper corner, and I love the image. Like, and our guys over at Initiative Impossible, I think it was either Brian or
Mhm.
Josh, I can't remember.
I think it was Brian that did it. Yeah.
Actually did that graphic for Baghead, and I've got to get over there. I'm so sorry, Tim. I've got to get over there and streamline your
Hmm.
social stuff because it's so freaking cool that like that's that cartoony. Now Baghead has a logo and an icon because who would not want to? And it's weird because like it's like, oh, that's cute, but the more you look at it, you're like, I'm kind of creeped out right now. I don't know what's
Uh-huh.
going on. Why do I have these feelings?
I'm all a little bit nervous. A little bit nervous about this image, but it was just really cool. And when that popped up in that chat, it was like, oh dang.
Yes. Yes.
So,
So
and
cool. But yeah, that's the new Baghead logo, which I mean, such good stuff. And I mean, we're surrounded by ridiculously creative people, and it's funny because a testament to Tim's musicianship.
hmm
He's got the MTG Attitude guys, and he did the intro music and outro music for that. Um,
hmm
he's got he
Mr. Guy's Garbage, he did for that too as
right,
well.
Mr. Guy's
So,
Garbage. He also did. He sent Brian over some stuff for the Rule of Cool, the D&D stuff, which he's like, hey, what do you think? And I'm like, dude, you're a wicked genius. Go do that stuff. So
yeah.
being part of a way bigger community of just ridiculously talented people. And
hmm
to tote a little more on Tim, I'm his guitar teacher, but I didn't teach him anything that he already didn't know and ran with it. He just needed the confidence to believe in his
hmm
capability to be that amazing of a musician. So
That's awesome.
shout out to
That's
you,
awesome.
Mr. Lauder. Thank you for what you do and keep up
Hmm.
the amazing work.
Yes, absolutely. It's really cool. It's good to see, and he keeps on going, and it. You don't see that often.
But
He's quirky. He's got a different. He just like the whole thing is just a different, but it's like, oh, okay, I gotta watch this. I
what
need to know what's going on here.
and I love the content that he keeps posting. Like apparently he's blowing up on TikTok, and I kind of want to see him on Instagram to do some crazy shit because I'm always on Instagram posting stuff or sharing things to my Facebook, and people are like, "Good lord, how
Hmm.
did you find this?" And it's like, hey, some of the inspiration that I find to just you know when you're like you were talking earlier, having your off days or your days
Hmm.
that you're just really tired. It's like, what's that next step to
Yeah.
kick that inspiration back in and go, I'm not done. I'm going to keep
Hmm.
pursuing things forward. And
I'm not giving
I'm
up.
not going to lie. Tim's one of those guys that just lights that musical fire under my ass to go, well, fuck, if he can do it, Jesus, I need to step my game up.
Hmm.
And, seeing that, like, he called me a teacher, and I go, what the hell? You already know all this shit. What do you need me for? Yeah, I can connect
He's
some dots, but the rest of it is you. You have to put the time in. And that's one of the things that we continually do here in front of you guys. Like, you watch us fail out loud. We put the time in. We're episode, what episode is it? 294. So
294.
and you would think we'd be better at this, but hey, 294 episodes, and here we are. You guys keep coming back. Like, seriously.
Hey, excuse you. So negative, Nance.
I'm just saying, you're the brains, I'm the tits. We'll figure this out.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's it was interesting because when we finally, did see each other, it was like, hey, buddy, like this big old hug, and it was like, it felt like time didn't pass, but in the same sense, it was like, okay, so blah 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 blah, just getting back down to, kind of just catching up because we both are very busy, and we don't really get a whole lot of time to do that. So it was interesting, and to actually finally be in person was even better. So.
Well, the thing that I enjoyed is it went back to those the same vein that we always did. The minute we walk into the studio, we're doing something creative, whether it's writing music or coming up with different storylines, or hey, somebody tossed out an idea that we're gonna do a zombie B team or something along those lines, to where we're stretching those muscles again in our group chat. And Jay tossed some ideas out, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so doing this. I just have to have to find a couple of props, and I think I'm going to use my suit in this one and just do some voiceovers. So
yeah, we do have some fun projects coming up that you guys will get to see some of our acting chops, I guess. Which, if you don't know, Tony has actually acted in quite a few things. I've acted in a couple things, but I don't even like to really.
Speaking of that, I actually ran into Zach twice, and he's got some really cool projects that he's working on. And nice. I don't know if he wants this to be public knowledge, but he did make note that he's thinking about rebooting Generation Armageddon.
Really?
And I was like, ooh, pick me.
Yeah, they need to do that reboot. That's awesome.
Oh God, it was so freaking cool. Like, if you guys ever get the chance, go check out Generation Armageddon. It was such a cool concept. It's still on YouTube as far as I know.
The name is good in itself too. Like, yes.
Very cool.
So that'd be very cool. Very cool. But yeah, you've done some different acting.
Yeah, it was really interesting because I actually pulled it up the other day after I ran into Zach, and I was watching some of this stuff. I'm like, good God, it's so horrible, but it fits. I was playing a character type.
Yeah,
and it worked really well for what it was. Because
I still like you as nighttime. It's so good.
Nighttime. Or nap time. That's what it was. Nap
time. Replayed that over and over several times. Oh God.
There was so many things. Baghead's chiming in and says, "Aw, shucks." Hey, we mean every word of it, man.
Yeah.
Y'all throw some love in there for Baghead, because he is an incredible musician. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, sometimes, like you were talking about, the creative process, the grind is incredibly lonely. And I mean, there's been several musician friends of mine that when they're working on projects, they've came to me and said, hey, I'm the only one doing this. Am I just that weird or what? And it's like, no, being a musician means most of the time you're spending more time alone than you are doing anything else when you're working on your projects. And, I look at last year, 4.5 months, I was working on projects, just trying to get them off the ground with a borrowed guitar and my interface to just get these music ideas out of my head. And, Tim was one of those guys that was like, what are you working on? You show me what you're working on. And it lit a fire under my ass. And he's like, well, now that you're doing this, I hate you. because it's way better than what I was doing. And yet, to his credit, he didn't stop writing. Like he was writing 2-3 songs a day.
Yeah.
And I was barely getting, one a week.
Yeah.
And he just kept banging that stuff out. And I'm like, how the hell? I mean, were they all, bangers? No. But you gotta write and continually write. Whether it's writing, whether it's music, whether it's, whatever.
Yeah, and I think about that too. We always like just kind of dick around with some of the music, and you'll know, like I'll go off and make up freaking lyrics that aren't the actual lyrics, the parodies kind of, I suppose. And I've done that ever since I was younger. It used to drive my mom freaking nuts because she'd be like, "What are you even?" I said, "But it's funny."
Oh, it totally is.
But it's funny, and she'd be like, "Yeah, it is funny." I said, "You're dying laughing right now." Like, she'd be laughing so hard that she'd be crying and not able to catch her breath. And she'd give me this, like, side look, like, "Stop it. Stop making me laugh." So, and I think about that, and I'm like, I really should do some more of that kind of shit and just write dumb stuff.
Well, I mean, I was at Kretschke's today. We were having lunch and whatnot because their loaded fries are fucking amazing, and I get the jump.
Their food is amazing.
But so they play the video channels through what is it, like Heart Radio or something. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But the fucking song came on. Don't bring me down, Bruce.
Yep.
And the chick behind the counter is like, that's not the lyric, right? And I'm like, look,
it is though.
It's Bruce. So just stop judging me. And
don't bring me down, Bruce.
Don't bring me down.
I'm like, is your name Bruce?
Right.
You're bringing me down.
That's right. Are you offended because your name's not Bruce? You're bringing me down.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It's something like, again, we're always constantly thinking of different content and different things that we could do that are just silly. And we've been sending stuff over to Brandon and showing him some of the things, my little stupid TikTok videos, which after this I probably have another one that I want to do and send over because it fits with the chats and things. So, but it at the end of the day, I'm thankful for this fuckery because it helps. It helps because honestly, this is the most serious I've ever been in my freaking life, and I need this. I need to be able to have this stuff. And it's interesting because here I am, training at this store, and I find my people wherever I go.
Yes.
There's this kid, I thought he was like 19, and we're talking, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to go out and get a drink tonight." I was like, "How old are you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm 24. I'm like, "Oh, okay." But we're talking, and he's talking about D&D.
Nice.
And he's a DM, and he's like, "I'm a forever DM." I'm like, I know you're kind. Like, and then we start talking, and I'm like, "So how many NPCs do you have? What do you roll up? What's your story?" So we're sitting in the back room, and we're like censoring stuff, and we're talking and going, and he's just like, "Yeah," he's like, my imagination is this, and that, and it's just, I'm like, "Yeah, it kind of has to be for being a DM," and
Yes.
and he's talking about how like his girl has like none and is not interested in D&D at all. I said, "Well, that happens." I said, it's kind of rare sometimes when you actually find somebody that you're with that would like to do that kind of thing. So, but anyway, so I'm talking to him about that, and I'm like, "Okay, so what is your favorite MTG deck?" And he was like, "Oh, I play green and white, blah blah blah." And it was just like, I know my nerds. I know my cool people.
That's right. Nerds doing nerd things.
The nerds doing nerd things. But, and that's another part of it is, I could sit here all day and tell you, yeah, it's been lonely. It's been different. I've been focusing. I've been on the grind. I don't talk that much as I, would like to.
Yeah.
But then there's those times when I go, yeah, I'll be okay. Like, I find people I talk to. You know, I have no problem talking to people now.
Yeah.
You know, when we
It's
first started hanging out.
well, and you've brought that up several times with the histories and the all the stuff that we've done. You're like, wow, yeah, you talk to that person like uh, you know, every
Yeah.
day. It's like, well, how long have you known that person? Oh, I just met him. What the
Mm-hmm.
what?
And now that's my case.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
you know, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but like today, several people I've talked to, I've learned so much about strangers.
Yeah.
Like, don't bother me. I don't like. I don't care. I'm not gonna judge. Judge people, whatever. But I was just like, huh, okay. You know, I don't have that issue with talking. Can I be awkward? Yeah, I'm fucking awkward, but it's okay.
Look, Heather, don't make this weird.
I don't try to. I don't try to, you know.
Well, but that's the thing is you've never met a stranger. And could it be because of Stranger Things?
Could things be stranger?
Possibly. Oh, they can definitely be
Oh, yeah.
stranger. Baghead says, I've done theater also. And he's got the arm and the alien and the clown face. There's also rhinos that he's throwing. So, see,
Nice.
exactly.
Yeah.
Baghead's happy that he's throwing rhinos and pizzas. I think.
Have you done theater, like actual stage theater, musical,
Have
anything like
I?
that? Musicals? Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, I see. I was one of those like closeted thespians,
Mm-hmm.
and I I hated it because no matter what I did, my friends totally made fun of me for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually dated a girl in school, uh, and she was just like this huge. She was like aspiring actress to do all this stuff. She was in summer plays. She was in all the other season plays. And she's like, "Look, you got to help me practice my lines. You got to help me do, all of this choreography." And I'm like, "I don't know how to do this. Like, I play
You're
guitar
like,
and bang my head. I don't need to do any of the other gyrations." But no, it surprisingly helped me get more balanced
mm-hmm.
in the presentation of being on stage. Of you have to talk to that person at the very back of the auditorium wherever you're playing
Mm-hmm.
as much as you're talking to the person that's right in front of you. So it
Yeah. Oh,
helped
yeah.
with doing that, which is why I liked acting for a minute
Yeah.
and being in theater. So and it was weird because like the eye makeup where it was like black and white to make your eyes pop.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought that was so freaking weird because I'm like, why are people wearing that? Oh, so they can see their eyes.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, and I always tried to hide in with the extras and whatnot, but yeah, I I didn't want to be noticed, so I tried to pick all of the costumes of the extras so nobody would notice me, so I wouldn't get made fun of. But yeah, I liked it when nobody knew who I was.
Yeah, that's kind of the funniest part for me
Yeah.
is I did do a lot, like I did do theater, like I did all school musical. And when I went to go try out, they had no idea. They didn't know I sang. They had no clue of it. And it was interesting doing that because of course, my voice would shake because I was nervous and
Right.
I'm not used to I hid like in general in life. I hid behind people. I didn't want people to not I didn't want to be noticed. I didn't care to be noticed. I was okay with not really being noticed even though I was myself.
Right.
I still would make people laugh and do all that stuff, but I was just like, I don't need to be in the spotlight. But then like I started doing the theater and I started doing the competitions like
Right.
first act, like all that stuff, And I started getting more comfortable. I went for a part and I went up against a couple other girls and I ended up getting like a lead role in one of the productions. And that was just for regular school stuff. And, that was a huge thing for me. That was a big thing. But then I was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I'm not going to remember these lines.
Right.
I am gonna fuck this up. And I did. I totally did. I got nervous. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna rip one on stage. Everybody's gonna hear it. I'm gonna have to pretend like it was my shoe. I just like, you know, it's but after getting up there and actually doing that, I continued to keep on getting more into theater. And back then it was theater and debate.
Yeah.
Horrible at debate. Definitely shit at debate. Like, I always was like, okay, let me be the judge, even though I had no fucking clue what's going on, because I have a hard time focusing on shit that I don't care about. And at that time, as a teenager, I did not give a shit about government or any of that stuff. Like, I just didn't want to, I don't care. I do not care about the drug wars in China and this and that. Like, it just didn't give a shit.
Right.
So, here's my partner fucking eating, sleeping, and breathing, bleeding debate. And she ends up with me. Who gives no shits, forgets her legal pad, has no good arguments, like none at all. I was like, well, the pen company in China is a big reason why drugs are happening. What? I didn't say that, but it felt like that. I might as well have. Or I might as well have just been like the fucking Charlie Brown teacher, because at that point I wasn't making any sense. And this is a complete nightmare for this person, because I'm their partner.
Is that why you have dancing mushrooms in your background?
It must be, because, yeah. But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
God, it just completely, I care about shit, but my brain sometimes just does not. Like, I have a heart that cares, but my brain's just like, nah, fuck that. We're gonna do what we want anyway.
Not impressed.
Great examples of that all the time. My brain is just like, let's do this.
Right?
It's time to sleep, but we're gonna do this. Yeah. Horrible.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because someone asks, has anybody done theater and what plays? And Baghead chimes in and says, I've done Escanaba in the Moonlight, Nutcracker, Christmas Carol, and Rocky Horror Picture, to name a few.
That's fucking awesome.
Well, and I mean, Baghead has one of those legendary voices, rocking out with Baghead.
He does, actually, like a boomy voice.
Yes.
What's the boomy voice?
One of these
you know
days
what cracks me up? What cracks me up is, like, in our dumb chats, the seriousness sometimes that comes out, like freaking guys singing. I'm like, I didn't know, like, he sang.
Right.
So,
well, and some of the audio files, like with Guy and Jay, like, I want to record some crazy shit, like, that horror announcer for the summer blockbuster horror movie.
Yes.
I still know what you did last summer.
Right.
And I'm just like, I could totally see Guy doing that and it being creepy as fuck, but
we
being
should
so cool.
Do parodies. Yes. That would be hilarious. I know we keep on getting all these ideas, and then it's like, I mean, that was fun to talk about, but are we gonna really do this? Yeah.
Oh, we're so doing that. I'm gonna try and get most of my stuff shot this weekend because I have an assistant. But it's to me, it's gonna be an absolute blast because I have so many ideas, and I'm hoping all of them translate so I can get it edited and sent over to Jay, because
I have ideas, but it's gonna have to happen.
Yes.
When did they say they needed us by?
I don't know, but I'm gonna try and get all of this stuff done by the weekend. Brandon says I have also done Escanaba.
Yes, he did.
Oh my God, I saw that the last night, and they literally went balls deep into the performance, which was so funny.
I got the chance. See, this is what I really loved about when I would do the photography.
Yes.
Because I got the chance to actually go to these shows.
Yes.
And that was part of my, what I got for going and taking these pictures. The biggest problem with me doing that is that I can't stop taking pictures.
Yes.
So each night I'd have like 700 pictures plus.
Uh-huh.
And I'd want to edit every fucking one because my brain again is like, no, bitch, we're in this. We're committed. We're editing every last fucking picture, you know.
Yeah.
So here I am with 2 nights worth of 700 plus pictures. And these people expect these pictures. They're like, when are
Yes.
these pictures coming? Well, by that point, I burned myself out trying to rush through them and edit
Uh-huh.
every picture. So yeah, you know, that was another thing too, probably why I was like, yeah, I'm done with I'm done with photography. Or I need an assistant that will edit all of my shit because
What?
no.
And I look at some of the photo shoots that we did
Mhm.
with that one, which was so much fun. It was the empowering one.
Mhm.
Just with some of the shots that we did, and you're like, oh, you can do this so much better. I'm like, seriously, have you seen some of the shots that you've captured? And
Well,
we
yeah.
shoot different, but it's
Yes.
still capturing, you know, what's in frame. And it's so much fun being able to be part of those shoots where we're collectively
Mhm.
working together.
I'm seeing right now, actually, if I can find a couple of those pictures. I won't send anybody else's but mine,
Right.
um, because you did them,
Oh yeah, that's right. I did shoot yours.
right? I don't think anybody else did.
I'm
So
trying
I'm
to remember
curious
actually.
because I really like that was a really it was really empowering because I honestly never had a photo shoot before that. So
Just send them all to me in one of the inboxes, because
yeah,
I
I'm
I've always
looking.
found it interesting, especially with a lot of the projects that we've done. Whether it was, you know, we were doing a live show or hosting a venue, and you snapped off some pictures or I snapped off some pictures, and then we went back and looked at them and then added them to, you know, our social medias and whatnot. Hey guys, this is what we're doing for the weekend, or you know,
Hmm.
whatever it was. But it was still so much fun
Yeah.
with everything that we did. And like you, like the one shot that you got of me that I had for my profile picture forever, which was
Hmm.
completely off the cuff, and you did it with a phone. And I'm like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. There's just, you know, there, I love like, I do love photography. I really
Yeah.
do. But again, it's the bane of it is the
Editing.
editing,
So,
which, okay, if you look at my pictures, I really don't need a ton of edits, but I like to edit. So,
and that's, I can't tell you how many squazillions of photos that I've taken over the course of my career being in a semi amateur professional. I don't know what you would call it, but I've always having shots in my phone that I've taken, or grabbing my camera and just going out for a night or for a day of shooting.
hmm.
Just because it's so much fun when you get what you want in frame
Yeah.
and you just go here. Like, I love finding those random places that are constantly overlooked, and you just go, here you go. And then you
Yep.
present it. Like, I love putting this stuff on like Instagram now, because people are like, where the hell did you find that? And it's like, oh, it was downtown next to a dumpster. And they're like, what?
Yeah. Right.
And you know, my medium that I prefer to shoot in is black and white,
Yep.
because
Yep.
just, you have to have your game. And I'm not one of those people that shoots 15,000 pictures. I'm
Right.
I'm part of the generation that you had 35 millimeter film, and you were very limited in your shots. So you had to
Hmm.
make sure the lighting was right, and you had to make sure your angles were on, because you got that shot and you truly didn't know whether you got the shot until you developed the film.
Yep. Exactly.
And that's where the rubber met the road of what separated the men from the boys, if you will.
Yeah.
And there's so many times where I'm like, oh, that's a great shot. This is going to be awesome. And when I get the film back, or I develop the film, I'm like, well, that sucked. But then the magic of it is when you develop other shots that you took and they
Yeah.
turned out way better than you thought they would.
Yeah, I loved black and white. But yeah,
Yeah.
the waiting for photos.
Oh God, I hated that.
Yeah, nobody liked that shit.
Well, going to
Um,
our local Rite Aid here is where I'd get a lot of my photos done because it was so cheap to do at the time.
mhm.
And I always get, double prints, so I'd hang them up and see if there was like any discrepancies or whatever. But it was so much fun being part of that, developing your eye, developing what's in your
Yeah.
frame, and like the panoramic shots that you were able to do. Because I remember when I got my one of my first digital cameras, and it had the panorama setting on it, and
Yeah.
I played with that so much with like the slow shutter speed, and just getting like the streaks of like the moon or the stars, like the Milky Way stuff, which was so much fun
Mhm.
because I had a
Uh,
really badass lens that I could do long shoots and then slow shutter speed where it just looked like trails.
oh yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Cool.
I gotta dig out some of those pictures. I got them somewhere, but
I am actually looking. I'm trying to see if we have any of those pictures like sent between us in like our messenger here.
I'm sure
But
we do
again,
somewhere.
well, the thing is that I'm locked out of my other profile,
Yeah.
so I'm missing a lot of my stuff. And I really want into that profile because I want to take down the shit that I don't want on there anymore. And it's connected to, it's connected to my mom's as well. So
Yeah.
that sucks. But,
Backhand says that's awesome. Talking about
yeah.
Brandon being in
Hell yeah.
Escanaba in the Moonlight. Well, and that's the funny part about it is I've been in the music industry, biz, whatever you want to call it,
Hmm.
for a very long time. So getting these different shots, like I remember uh, getting Polaroids and going to various different concert venues and shows that we did or festivals and taking pictures on Polaroids, and
Yep.
then watching them the next day when you sober up and looking at them and just going, holy
Oh
cow.
shit.
That's a really cool shot.
Yeah.
And with Polaroid cameras, it's you set it and then you like did the whole flicking of the Polaroid thing make it expose faster?
Take your Polaroid picture. Yeah.
Right. I don't know, but everybody did it.
Yeah.
And then having the different flash bulbs that were on there to help with the exposure and this, that, and the other thing. I just
Yeah.
it's so cool how the photography industry has gone from, we're gonna have to use like gunpowder and all these other things to get the flash right, or the flash powder if they call it,
Yeah, it's so crazy.
to now you can do all of this with your phone.
Yeah.
I mean, my phone
Oh,
is like what, 24 megapixels or some crazy shit like that. Like it's an amazing phone and catches some of the most beautiful photos that I've taken over the life of this phone, because well, we all know how much my other phone. Speaking of that, I actually found a relic the other day. Check this out.
what did you get? Oh, an old phone. Is it one that you sat on?
No, this is the one that the lawnmower ran over.
Lawnmower. Oh my God. I just sent over two of the pictures. I had to actually bring them down because it was
Oh,
connected to another. But
okay.
those are two of the pictures that you had done.
Which one? Oh, we should probably pull this up here.
There you go.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Oof.
Wow.
So, yeah. At that one time, I look at these and I go, dang, I got some work to do, girl.
That's
But
crazy, though.
yeah,
Can I pop
I
those
don't
up
know.
and share them real quick?
Yeah, you can share them.
All right, give
That's
me
fine. This was
2
part of the
seconds.
empowerment photo shoot that I did with you and some other women, actually.
Yeah, actually, I need to pull this up over here. So actually, let me go back here. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh yeah,
While I pull this up.
Yeah, it's I do love photography. I do love to be able to do that stuff, but like I said, the editing part of it, I just don't care about.
Right.
I don't care. But I've done so many photo shoots actually. I've done weddings and graduation, senior pictures. Just those. I did an art gallery show.
Nice.
The Escanaba and the Moonlight and the Addams Family, the plays. I did those.
All right, let me see if I can get this to work right. Is this one? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, this is the one that you're talking about. Hopefully that pops up on screen there.
And I don't know how long ago this was now.
Man.
A while.
That's
a while ago.
Holy cow, talk about a blast from the past.
Mm-hmm.
I shot these? Are you sure I shot these?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's when I got really edgy and decided that I was gonna get my hair cut short.
Yeah.
Edgy. Crystal actually cut my hair for me. She did a razor cut.
That's crazy.
It was before my birthday. One of my birthdays when everybody came to the family room thing where I used to live at.
I remember that.
Yep. Yeah, so.
Wow, that's crazy. That still blows me away, seeing those pictures.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So.
You edgy. You're always edgy just because you have an amazing taste in clothes.
Oh, thank you. I know. Well, then you did that the other photo like an impromptu photo shoot because I came over.
Oh yeah, with the guitar.
Yes.
You have that one on there too?
I do actually. That was a lot of fun as well. I think we might have that between us in our photos and links. I might be able to just resend it to you. But yeah, it was like a ZZ Ward feel.
That was so much fun.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I have my moments where I just, I don't know, put some outfits together and I just call it good. Yeah. But that is one of the best things of just not caring. I mean, I care, obviously, but...
Well, and that's the best part about all of that is, you know, doing your own thing. And just going, you know what? I'm going to live my best life, and you're going to do it. And you do. It's what's so much fun. Is that it right there? I don't think it is.
Michigan pictures.
I'm literally just scrolling through as we're reminiscing.
Oh yeah, we're still hanging out here.
Wow, these are old ass photos. Oh, these were all the headshots that we took for the new.
Are you scrolling through this?
Fuck
you found them.
Found it. All right, so I'm gonna pull this back up here. Go over there. All right, so there's number one. Let me go here.
I keep on kicking the cat underneath my desk right now. I'm like, whoop.
There's the next one. Come on.
Yeah.
Damn it. Why? That's not what I told you to do. Hold on, let me get back here. Because that was a really fun photo shoot that we ended up doing completely impromptu.
It was too.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So yeah, there's another one, which was cool. Which is funny because that's actually your guitar.
It is my guitar.
I play all the time.
You've taken hostage of.
I do not take hostage of it.
Yeah, there's
another one which is great. I like that one. What's this? Oh yeah, there's the color version of that.
Oh, I don't like that one. But I can see you scrolling. Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just like an impromptu. I just came over. I don't even know. Was it Survivor Girl? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Survivor Girl. It was
a Survivor Girl episode, and I was just like, you know, like still finding that empowerment
Yeah.
and all the things that I was going through. I'm just like, no. so
Well,
yeah.
and that's, it's a journey, and if we can relate any information about this whole entire process of what we've done, is start something, suck at it. Like, I love the quote that Dave Grohl said: "You want to be in a rock and roll band? Good. Get in the garage and suck for 6 months. Eventually, you
Mm-hmm.
won't suck." And
Yes.
that's what we've done. I mean, I remember you
Mm-hmm.
coming to me several times over and you going, "I want to do something, but I'm really bothered what other people think." And I'm like, "Fucking do it."
Mm-hmm.
And you did it. And then people started coming to you, and you're like, "Okay, I don't, people are coming to me because I'm doing this thing." And I was like, "Well, fucking great. Kill it. Do the thing. Like, be epic at it."
Well, we've had these conversations too, where you know, there a lot of the time, way back when, I
Yes.
used to be very worried about what people thought, and
Yeah.
it's just like, I don't know, just all of a sudden I was just like, I don't care because I'm not hurting anybody and I'm doing things that make me happy,
Right.
and you know, it fits, it works for me, like it works. I just, you know, I don't see the problem with doing things that aren't harming anybody else, and if it makes you feel good, then do it. And I can't stand that when people get very judgy and very shitty about someone's outfit or, you know, just something else when you can clearly
Right.
tell that whatever it is that they're doing for themselves makes them happy.
Well, and
Like,
here's the thing: we spent so much time just casting stones at everyone, including ourselves.
mhm,
And if you can spend just 5 seconds attempting to fix your perspective
mhm,
and work on yourself to not be so hard on yourself, like cut yourself some slack. Don't be a dick to yourself, because you have to stare at yourself in the mirror every day.
yeah.
And whether it's, negative or positive, you're the one that has to deal with that conscious choice. And that's
Mhm.
one of the things that, we both have dealt with. Just trying to get out of our own goddamn way so
Yeah.
we could be successful at just waking up and getting out of bed for that
Right, exactly. Exactly.
day.
But it is, it's oh god.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, your dad's driving against this. My Chevy took a shit.
He gave out awards for dressing at Walmart.
Yes. Oh yeah, people of Walmart.
Oh, yeah, I used to joke about that when I worked at Walmart. We had these things where you had to scan in to start a job, and a manager could add jobs and type it in and put something in for you, and I kept on, "Come on. Give me the people of Walmart job where I can walk around and take pictures of people." Like this was my mentality in my 20s, you know. I was just like, let me just take horrible pictures of people because they come in
Yes,
here and they don't really care what they look like, you know, and they were like, "No, that's not a job."
but it is.
But I'm like, but it is if you put it in the thing and then I can scan it and I can say I'm starting the job and then I'll finish it, then it's a job.
Exactly.
But, you know, again, though, and here I am, you know, just if they're not hurting anybody. I mean, I'm not gonna say the guy that was taller than me that had his shirt way up over his stomach and holes everywhere, it didn't bother me because of how short I am. I was like, I can see your belly. So, you know, I'm not gonna say that didn't get to me, but again, you know, it's, I don't know. I think as I've gotten older, I'm just like, meh. I fucking don't care what people, whatever. As long as they're not hurting me, cool. If I don't have to mace them, today's a good day. If I don't have to, that's another thing too. I used to ask them, like, can I have a taser for Black Friday?
Yes, the
Can
answer
I,
is always
can
yes.
can I please tase people, bro? If they upset me, can I can I
Yes.
straight fuck their shit up or like you know, for a while? Can I do that? And then they're like, well, in order to use a taser, you have to be tased also. And I was like, that sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. Can I
Bullshit.
have a taser to tase other people?
Yes.
Not me.
Yep.
They weren't having it. Because you don't.
I've been tased before. It's not.
Listen. I have not, and I don't want to, but I still wouldn't mind, like, to somebody if they needed it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I worked for a security firm, but it was one of those things that, it's you have to do this in order to be aware of what you're doing to, your alleged assailant. And of course, these dickheads crank the shit all the way up and.
Like, no, that's not how this works.
Exactly. Fuck you, security guys. I still hate you for that. But no, you're absolutely right. I mean, there's so many different ways of expressing yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's no. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. There's no what?
And there's no reason why we can't be comfortable enough to pick out our own fucking clothes, as to the point where people aren't like, well, that don't match. Who fucking cares? You don't know if I'm Polish. I am.
You're straight up Polish.
Fuck yeah, I am. I'm a Polakian through and through, and I always have said that since I was a kid.
Did you say
well,
Polakian?
Not. Yeah, that's what me and my mom used to call it. Because I have, so whatever. But, I was just like, whatever. I will wear my babushka, and I will dress in clothes that don't match, and I don't care.
Right.
You can't tell me,
Brandon says, I've also done the Nutcracker and Mr. Scrooge, i.e. Christmas Carol, face on the barroom floor, Pirates of Penzance, and a couple of others. I can't think of all of the at the moment. Holly's chiming in. How you doing, Holly? Thank you for coming to hang out.
Holly.
She says, love this episode. So inspiring. Keep on being epic, you guys. Much love.
Give the hearts out. I'm going to give some hearts in chat for Holly.
That's right.
And Brandon.
Yes.
That is awesome. Brandon is a fucking, like, beast at acting. Like, he's so good.
He's
so good.
Yes. He's a well-rounded individual when it comes to acting.
Yeah. I very much enjoy, like, his acting. Very much so. Like, I've always thought.
B-team.
Yeah. Philistine. We have to redo, like, dang it. I want to just.
It's fuel.
I just want to do these things.
We got to do all the things.
Yes, before the time is no time. I don't know. So, but yeah, you have to be able to be comfortable with being laughed at.
Well,
because people are going to anyway.
Exactly.
Right?
I mean, we have this show, people laugh at us all the time. And it's funny, you have to be comfortable in those moments where you are really uncomfortable at being laughed at. But it should be a lesson in humility for the good, not because you're being laughed at, because you're being humiliated.
Yeah. I
mean, good Lord, I'm humiliated every single day when I get up to go to the bathroom. I'm like, really? Come on.
It's okay.
All I could think of is when guy was like, okay, so Lenoris is pulling his pants open and saying, it's okay, little buddy. We're going to get through this. It's like you got to do a pep talk, pull your pants up, be like, we're going to get through this. I got your crash helmet. We're good.
So speaking of that, I mean, I don't want to have any spoilers or anything, but like, if you've ever played D&D or you've watched people play D&D, bards usually do bard things and they're just like, I want to do them. So this last episode, like right out the freaking gate, he was like, yes, Lenoris is like, hey, Bren.
Giggity.
And of course, Ren's just like, she don't care.
Right. Yeah.
She don't want nobody. She's just like, whatever.
She's gonna druid and bard smash. Brandon says, by the way, the 300 episode should be the 2nd of November.
Yes, the 2nd of November.
The 2nd
The
of
2nd of
November.
November. Yeah. So we're going to party it up. And
Oh, yeah.
again, all of you fine viewers are invited to the 300th episode. We're going to go ahead and make up a virtual invitation.
Virtual. Yeah.
Virtual. And
Oh.
get everybody coming to the show. Like, you can join us virtual if you can't be in person or live in studio. But if you're able to, please come and join us. We're going to have a lot of fun. We were working on a song together to actually perform because we are not to the thousands or whatever it is that you guys said we had to be before I'd have to sing that song.
1,000 subscribers.
1,000 subscribers, and you know, we have to make sure that Jack Black comments on it.
Yes.
I can't pull this off. Like, why are we making me do this? Especially out of practice as I am right now.
Because one of the amazing channels that is under the Strange Friends Media umbrella, Initiative Impossible, Josh, the techie dude, made that suggestion all of those months ago and said, Heather, you have to sing Master Exploder. And I will play
I need a vocal coach. Because I'm so out of it right now. Like
Ken Tamlin Vocal Academy. We're not sponsored by them, but that guy actually has some amazing and Chris Lepe or Lipe or Lepe or whatever the fuck his name is.
Lepe, whatever. Yeah. I'll have to check them out. But yeah, so we'll be getting geared up and good. We also will have more chances to, you know, just hang out on a more personal level after the show, hopefully. Coming forward with Patreon and stuff. That'll be a different tier. So you could hang out and we'll have maybe some special events like, you know, a pizza party or some bullshit. Who doesn't like that? Whatever.
Right. Well, and that's going to be, there's so many things coming down the road with what we're doing with the channel of Strange Friends Media, what we're doing with the other shows, Don't Make This Weird, Suck My Deck, Guitar Fridays, Chill Stream. So many of these shows that you guys, and we're having other channels come on and merge with Strange Friends Media. So we're just trying to get all of our poop in a group with these playlists, what shows we're going to actually have on the channel. And hopefully by December, we should have everything together and you guys will be able to see the expansion, maybe some new banners. I mean, we can possibly put that stuff up in Patreon and have you guys vote on it, and whichever one you guys like, we will use as our banner, because you guys always help us look the best, and we appreciate that
very much. So thank you guys so much for joining us, hanging out with us. We hope that you will continue to keep on hanging out with us and joining us as we continue to keep going forward, looking into getting some more guests back on the show. If you know anybody or interested in joining us as a guest, let us know so we can go ahead and add you in. And be sure to pay attention if you have a Discord.
Yes.
And pay attention to that coming up as well. It's just going to take us a little bit to get that under construction.
Yeah. And the links are in the description if you guys want
to
check those out. So if you guys stayed with us this long, what are you doing? Go make the like button your friend. Just
like
push
this
it.
Episode. I'll give you a heart if you like it. Tell me done in the chat and I will give you a heart.
And you can also support our Patreon. Oh, Brandon's popping in. Is he gonna...
And now a word from our sponsor.
And now a word from our sponsor.
So go ahead and hit that. Tell me that you hit the like button and tell me that you have done it in the chat, and I will give you some hearts.
That's right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brandon. He's also been helping us out.
Hi.
Oh, there he is. What you got, Brandon?
Sorry about that. I just want to add, we've got a couple more Patreon tiers up, and we're working on improving that too.
Awesome.
Thank you.
That's pretty much it.
Well,
and the links are in the description, courtesy of Brandon.
Long-time listener.
Yes.
Fifth time caller. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep. Just trying to do what I can.
You're live on the air, caller. Go ahead with your question.
Sometimes at night. Never mind. Let's overthurban this.
Mom, get out of my room.
Mom, I'm live streaming. Leave my underwear at the door.
Oh God.
I just wanted to pop in and let everyone know we're making this Patreon better, and we're going to do lots of stuff like that. There'll be links in the description, and and
Awesome.
I'll stop interrupting.
No, seriously.
Well, it is the end.
Well, I mean, seriously, shout out to Brandon. He's
Yes.
really putting in the hours and putting in the designs for the thumbnails and helping us look like we know what the hell we're doing. So if we
He
look
makes us
good,
look good.
it's because of Brandon. So we I don't know how you do that thing. Yes, the Heather thing. See, there you go.
There's the hearts.
Heather's showing her heart on for Brandon.
That's gonna be a thing.
Yes.
I feel.
So what we need to do really quick for Brandon, because he's doing the different shots of the thumbnails, we have to do a quick thumbnail before we finish up so we can go through and get the shot in there. So here, I'll put Heather on full screen so Brandon
Backhead says my brain hurts. You're welcome.
My brain hurts. All right, so
what can I say to you but you're welcome?
Heather, go ahead and give your thumbnail of
wait, how to do this?
There you go.
There you go.
And I will try and do my best impression of however the hell you like that. Is it broken like this? Like,
are you broken heart?
I don't know how to do it.
Like this? Like like you're eating a burger and then smush it together.
Oh, wait a minute. Like this? My mic's on the
Yeah. Like
hey,
you're eating a burger and you're smushing it together.
Okay.
Yes.
Brandon, get the shot. Fix it in post.
Yeah, so big huge shout out, and also a big huge shout out to our number one, our only one, Patreon editor. No, MTG Attitude.
MTG Attitude. That's right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and supporting us. MTG Attitude. Thank you guys. We appreciate you. And loud love to all you guys in chat. Like, holy cow.
Yes, thank you all for jumping in and joining us in chat tonight. We do appreciate you guys hanging out, as always. And we will be back again next Thursday. I've checked my schedule. I might not be. But if I'm not, you guys will get Brandon, who we all love as well. And he is funny.
He is.
He's just a little bit hairier than me, but not much.
He's a fun guy.
But please be prepared, because we should be doing some little videos, little skits, and other little things that we'll probably be adding to our Patreon.
Probably. I'm going to say yes.
So yeah.
Indeed.
Anyway, thank you guys again for joining us, hanging out with us tonight. And remember, did you have anything else before I say it?
No, but I'm going to go to the full screen of Heather so she can actually do the sign off. There we go. Do it. Do
and remember, keep it weird, baby.